I have one question in particular. Maybe this is going to kind of like talk to people who want to get into larger tech organizations. I know from my experience, like basically like interviewing for technical roles is like quite a rigorous process, especially if you're joining like tech organizations or larger
Hmm.
organizations. Do you mind talking a little bit on your interview experience and maybe any prep for like people getting ready for interviews and going to larger tech organizations?
Yep. I can speak to the PM, so the product management roles.
Hmm.
There's a couple of books that you can read thoroughly. I like went through, like scoured both these books. It's the Crack the Code,
Yeah,
I
cracking
think.
the yeah.
Yeah,
There's
Crack the PM interview.
yeah.
And then Decode, I think. Oh, I mixed them up. Okay, Decode and then Crack the PM interview. Those two are like really, really good. I didn't even read anything outside of those two books to prepare for product management interviews. And funny enough, I did apply for, so Entrepreneur First. They also
Hmm.
had a lot of product questions in there as well. So entrepreneurship programs as well as big tech companies, I think the more you know about product management, you realize it's not like a huge, like it's not that much more different and difficult than normal project management experiences. You're just, instead of working on a project and cost financials and calculations and timelines, you're working on a product. And like within that product, like who are the users? How many are using them? Are they having a good experience with this? What are the new features that we can add to make it better? It's like, instead of just looking at a higher level product, is just like almost like shrinking it. So going from consulting to PM for me was actually not even that. It was like entirely like a lot easier, to be honest. And so for my consulting friends, if they're any listening, that is actually like not as bad. Just read the material, learn everything you can about product management, have an experience doing a side project or anything in the tech space, and you're like golden. You just need to
Hmm.
just practice. The second advice I would get is to network a lot. I think we didn't really touch on that, but I'm a huge advocate for networking. Why I
Totally, yeah.
think we're all here right now is through our extensive networks. But I actually talked to 4 different Microsoft people from different organizations and different levels and stuff like that before I even applied, because I really needed to know what the infrastructure looked like in the organization. And that's how I found that the Teams team was like the startup of the corporation. I don't think I would have been happy if I was in like Azure or something. I just have no
Hmm.
idea what is going on in that world, in cloud and stuff like that. But like, do your research on the company, find a couple people that work there and ask for their opinion, what they're doing, if they like their job, and then do your research on the role that you're applying for. And so I know Microsoft is just literally software or program manager. So there's only like two that you would go down the streams of anyway. So those are kind of the two things for those that are job searching and wanting to get into big tech.